And welcome back, everybody. We're down one person due to having a life and such, but
Yeah, this guy's in school or something, unlike other parties I could name in this current video,
yeah,
such as myself.
yeah. But in any event, we've got Gravity Beetle here to keep us company
That sounds amazing.
for a few minutes.
Also, we are in high definition now.
Yeah. Well, we were in the last video.
Oh, were we?
Yeah, it was. It just didn't look as. Your video didn't look as good. The final product was better. I was still mastering the encoding settings, but I think I've got them about right now. Also, Gravity Beetle's theme is probably one of the good ones in this game. And I fully expect, after the conversations that we've had in the thread so far, I fully expect you to be making like a full musical analysis.
Yeah, I think one of these days I'm just gonna sit down and transcribe it, and it'll be good. I'll make a classical piano arrangement. I think that's right up my alley.
Okay, I'll be waiting for it. Also, super secret boss room, but there's nothing here.
I know.
Once again.
It's so disappointing, but
And there's a butt-activated door, I guess. I like going through those doors backwards like that. I don't know why.
style points. That's what it's all about.
So, you remember that ride armor that we freed in Blast Hornet stage the last time?
Oh, of course. I remember all such details.
Mm-hmm. Well, the little item that we picked up there, the F, it's a different ride armor. We won't be seeing it for a little while yet, but there's 4 different ride armors in the game that you can get. There's the one that we already freed, and then there's 3 other ones that we find throughout the levels, like this one. But you can't use any of them unless you've freed the one from Blast Hornet stage. So that's why I went and did that first.
Makes sense.
So,
I was enjoying the view of like Cloud City in the background there.
That was pretty cool. Also, this is the weapon that we got from Neon Tiger. It was kind of hard to see in the last area, but it's got a really big spread on it, so it's kind of like a shotgun. Does a lot of damage up close. Further away, it's not as useful, but it's still a pretty neat weapon.
Does that bring the total of useful weapons for bosses in this game up to like 1, or?
Maybe 2.
That's better than, I don't know, whatever it was we'd have, the tunnel drill or something.
Yeah, still better than that thing.
Oh, here's a pad.
So yeah, now you can see we've got the other one in there. We've got the F. But we don't want to use the F right now. The F it's special. It's the frog suit.
Oh, so that would assumingly be in a water level of some kind.
Indeed. It's not much use outside of water. It's really irritating to use, so we won't be using it here.
Sounds like a bonus video material.
No, I do use it in the water level, but it's still pretty irritating.
I mean, dryland frogs.
Oh, okay. I'll have to do a Megaman X3 frog ride armor run.
Yeah, there you go. That sounds like something suitably masochistic.
I'm not allowed to leave. Also, pink capsule.
Oh no, this has potential.
This is a little different. So,
chip.
X3 introduces the upgrade chips. What these things are, there's 4 pink capsules hidden throughout the game. Each chip is basically an augmentation to an armor piece that you already have. In this case, the arm chip, it upgrades our armor like again. So it basically gives us the ability to shoot fully charged shots with like a weapon energy meter.
Oh, that's cool.
But like Dr. Light says, we can only have one of the 4 enhancement chips. Once you get one, you can't get any of the other ones. So you have to choose wisely.
Well, given their track record, there doesn't seem to be too many viable options. But
yeah,
what choices do they give me here?
But we're not going to take that arm chip.
Oh, okay.
We can get a better upgrade later. So,
what a tease, man.
Yeah, I know. Got to show them off. But that's kind of one of the problems with X3, though, is that it's just filled with way too much crap.
Yeah.
Like the whole chip upgrades are really pretty much unnecessary. I mean, they're useful, but you really don't need them. It's perfectly viable to beat the game without any of the chips.
Right.
Even without the armor, you could probably beat the game.
Well, that's
it would not be fun, but...
That's viable design in something like Skyrim, but not so much in a platformer. I guess. I don't know. But hey, boss fight.
Boss fight. Gravity Beetle is really slow, and he doesn't really... That's about as high as he can jump right now.
Well, he is Gravity Beetle. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah, he's really heavy. Also, those things do a ton of damage.
Yes, that was very short.
Mm-hmm. So, you've probably noticed by now, but all the bosses in this game basically have like a 2-stage pattern. Until they lose half their health, they'll have one attack pattern, and then after that, it'll usually change.
Right.
In this case, Gravity Beetle is actually, his first stage is probably harder than his second stage.
Well, someone screwed that up.
Well, not necessarily. His second stage is more, I guess, impressive. It looks more impressive, but it just makes him a lot easier. Mostly because he doesn't have these stupid things bouncing around the room. Yeah. Also, when he goes all rainbow like that, you can't hurt him. He's invincible.
They just had to pick like the most pleasing color scheme for invincibility. Like, they could have taken a page out of Mario's book there, I think. But you know. Whatever.
But yeah, so this is his second stage. He basically throws a black hole up into the sky. It lets him jump higher, and if you hit that black hole, you'll take damage. But this becomes his only attack pattern. He doesn't throw the little balls around anymore, and he just basically dashes back and forth.
So that's way simpler then. What are those things that keep falling?
It's like, it's debris that he's like tearing up from the ground. I thought those hurt you, but they don't. You can dash right through them.
Oh, okay. Just
so, yeah, it's really a pretty easy boss fight once you get him. Once you get him into that second stage, it's a cakewalk mostly.
Well, he had a cape at least, and something.
Oh, I forgot to mention. You remember Boomer Kuwanger?
Oh, of course, yes.
This is his brother.
Oh, well, that makes sense. They're both kind of insects.
They're both beetles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I think in the manga it explains that Boomer Kuwanger is actually Gravity Beetle's like younger brother or something. I don't know how robots have brothers, but there you go.
Gravity well, that sounds like it could be either incredibly useful or incredibly useless.
Probably the latter.
Yeah. Par for the course then, whatever.
Pretty much.
This guy looks like a snowman with spikes. Oh, never mind, we're not choosing him.
No, we're not fighting him yet. We're fighting the Joker.
Yes. What's his name?
He's not the Joker.
Oh, wow. He is much more frightening than the Joker.
Yes, he is. This is
Volt Catfish.
Volt Catfish, well, he's got kind of an infamous reputation. He's probably... I'd say he's the hardest boss in this game. With his weakness, he is hilariously easy, but without it, he's definitely one of the hardest, if not the hardest boss in the game.
So are you saying that I'm going to see you die twice in one video?
No, actually, I don't think I die from him. But first, this little platform leads down here, and we get a secret teleporter.
Oh.
And where does this go? It leads to a completely different level.
What?
So, here we are in a different level. No explanation given.
This is like a bad fantasy novel right here.
Sometimes this elevator works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know what determines that. It's kind of nice because then you don't get the crap beaten out of you from all this falling debris. But, oh well. They give you health along the way, so it's not really a big deal.
That's true. Mega Man and its long vertical corridors. It's a recurring theme.
Mega Man X, anyway.
Yeah. Well,
wouldn't work so well in the original games. But anyway, that was a pretty short stage, so time for a boss fight.
Really?
Yep.
That is pretty funny. Oh, you got chains.
And guess what?
Everywhere. Oh, gasp.
Gasp, indeed. Vile is back. And for some reason, he is Vile Mark III. I don't know what happened to Mark II.
That's a good point. He changed the color of his armor, though.
He did, actually.
He's more like Jango Fett now instead of, gay Boba Fett, but...
Pretty much, yeah.
Oops. It's all a ploy. That's what it is. Such tension.
Yep. Still hasn't learned any new tricks, though.
Yeah.
He's still
I was about to say that this looks pretty familiar.
So, unlike the fight in Mega Man X1, this has walls. So when he's got his ride armor, you can just basically keep doing this.
Yeah.
If he hits the wall, it knocks you off, but usually by that time, you're probably not on one of the walls anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
This is like one step up from the tunnel mini-boss that just kept on ramming the wall over and over. But not
basically.
Really.
The thing is, you can kind of give Vile a pass because, just like in his X1 incarnation, you have to fight him twice.
Well, there you go. He's not.
He's a little more. He's a little tougher now. He still has a pretty predictable pattern, but...
This guy is so inspired by Star Wars. Like, come on. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Speaking of which, I get to play in the beta tomorrow, like everybody else, but that should be fun.
Yeah.
I missed my last opportunity.
I've already been in it like twice, so it's kind of tiresome now.
Oh, fun.
Also, that fire faked me out. I thought it was going to go the other way, and it went.
Is there
instead
something that determines which way it goes, like from the particle, or is it just
whichever
which way he's going?
Before the fire grows up from the ground, it'll go in whichever direction you are, relative to it. Also, this is the weapon. This is one of the weapons that Vile is weak to. The other one is a weapon that we don't have yet. The reason that we kill him with this is because if you beat him with the X-Buster, he'll basically just leave. But if you beat him with one of his weaknesses, then his speech will get slower and slower. And instead of just disappearing, Vile will actually explode.
Well then, you just overloaded his neural processors or something.
Exactly. This will come back later.
I like how he separately enunciated like 5 periods. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Also, there's a pose. With an invisible door. Also timer.
Oh, that's new.
It's Metroid now.
Yes. Actually, this is very much like Metroid.
And I still had enough time to collect all the upgrades, all the power-ups. But I still got hit by that stupid thing somehow.
Yeah, these spring guys are no fun.
I'm padding out the timer.
Yeah. That's one of the things about like timer levels. I always liked them more when it gave you like a freer course where it didn't sort of have like arbitrary stops that you had to stop and pull something up. Where it was more just like a platformer, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems to add to the tension more than just, oh, okay, gotta blow this guy up, then move.
Yeah. Well, the thing I do like about this game is that it doesn't just basically throw a bunch of enemies at you. It is actually kind of platformy.
Yeah. Oh, that's something. You're cutting that a little close, eh?
That was kind of close, but... So, we're back in Volt Catfish's level. Now that we're done with Vile, we can go back to Volt Catfish.
Excellent. So if you miss the timer, would you just like die there? The whole level blows up, or what?
Pretty sure it does, yeah.
There you
I don't know if the whole level blows up. I think you might just explode. Also, the elevator doesn't work anymore.
That's because you already did it.
I already beat it, yeah. There's a few different places you can get to his level. Like, it's not just this level. They give you a few chances. Which is kind of handy because, like I said, for future reference, if you don't beat Vile, certain things happen before you get to, like, the end game levels. So.
Man. Oh, I just saw that vertical dash. That's
Yeah. I really do like that vertical dash. It's a lot of fun. I don't know, it's kind of game-breaking, but it's still pretty fun to do. And I really don't like this heart tank. It's not a hard heart tank to get. It's just that when you pick it up, the game freezes for that second.
Right. Yeah.
And you don't have any control. And so I basically sit there and mash the jump button until I get control again. And 9 times out of 10, it's like timed just wrong, and I hit the spikes and die.
Oh. That sucks.
When I did a practice run of this, I managed to get the heart tank without killing myself, so you should be very proud of me.
Oh, of course.
So I can
without video evidence, though, I don't know if I can take you at your word. Like,
I can do it, internet, I promise.
You are the man who just died in one of those boss fights.
Yeah. Also, there's a capsule up there, but we can't get to it yet.
Oh, we get to use the gravity well.
But if we charge up the gravity well, we can do this.
That pose in pink is so good.
It is, yeah. Kind of reminds me of Power Rangers.
Yes, yes, that's exactly it. Oh my goodness. Oops.
Also, I think I forgot to use the gravity well, like, practically, but it's not that useful. It basically hurts, like, all the small enemies, I think, almost on screen. But against, like, big enemies, it doesn't do anything. So,
there
whatever.
You go. This sounds somewhat interesting. It's either, like, just a really fancy way of saying you take less damage, or you get a cool force field.
No, actually, we do get a cool force field. And we take less damage.
Oh, excellent.
This is one of the reasons why I wanted to record X3 specifically in a higher frame rate, because of this stupid little shield.
Oh my gosh.
Because otherwise you would basically just see a blue orb running around the screen.
That
or
was
you wouldn't see
unnecessarily
anything.
obnoxious, in my opinion.
Yeah, get used to it, because every time we get hit, you're going to see it.
Oh my goodness. Seizure warning. Just for this game, that's all. Between the rainbows and the force field.
Yeah. Also, are we going to fight Bite?
So for a catfish, I'm not really seeing much water.
Well,
I guess catfish don't really need water, do they?
Well, actually, X3 has 3 bosses that are, like, water animals, but only one of them actually has, like, a water stage. Which is weird, but oh well.
It's kind of the mandatory one water stage per
Pretty
game
much,
thing.
yeah. Also, we're still not going to use the frog suit. And we haven't gotten any others yet, so we're stuck with the...
It looks like there was
usual
space for, like, what, 4 different types? Or 3?
There's 4, yes.
4, okay. Oh, hey. All sorts of stuff.
There's our last energy tank. Well, that was useful.
Yeah, I was about to say, that was fairly short-lived.
You only need the ride armor there so that it breaks through the floor in that little section, then you can go down and get the energy tank. That's literally the only thing you need it for in this level.
Wow.
That's the only thing you can do with it, I think, in this level, so...
It's a good thing you installed that pad there to get it.
Yeah.
And man, that force field, that is just...
I've become so desensitized to it now that I don't even see it. Like,
It's
even
trippy. Every time I see it, it trips me out a little bit. I'm like, I can't draw my eyes away from it, or I can't look at it. One of the two.
I don't know, it's just... You think, even while you're playing it, you think it'd be distracting, but it's just... It's not anymore to me. It's just, I don't see anything.
Huh, I don't see anything either, but for different reasons.
Well. Also, I never talked about it before, but the those green guys that are shooting missiles, those are the same guys that we saw in one of the earlier stages that also shot bombs at us. But since we've beaten Blast Hornet, they've lost their armaments. So all they do is just shoot missiles that they don't home in on you anymore either.
Oh,
so they're
that's
basically
cool.
like this. They're the same enemies, but they've been neutered a little bit.
I like that sort of inter-level connectivity. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty neat, yeah. Anyway, Volt Catfish.
This guy is
Volt
terrifying.
Catfish is he's scary, he's very annoying because his attacks are really hard to dodge. He doesn't do a whole lot of damage, especially if you have the armor upgrade. But it's just the fact that his attacks are just stupid, hard to dodge, and yeah, he's just a big dumb catfish. That's all I have to say.
It seems like a lot of his attacks are just like area of effect or whatever, eh? Like,
Well, that
like
one there is
that
just...
one.
I really don't like that one, because it's just... Nothing can prepare you for it. You can't... I suppose if you did, like, a vertical air dash, like, right at the right second, you might be able to dodge it. Also, he becomes invincible when he does this. This is also the only attack he does anymore. So this boss fight gets really frustrating when you're, like, Buster dueling him like this.
Oh man, that's terrible.
And any of those sparks will hurt you. So this is
Like
basically
that
one of the reasons why he's so infamous, because
I just can't get over the face, really. That's what really gets me.
trying to beat Volt Catfish first in this game it's an impressive feat, that's for sure. I think I've tried it before, and I might have pulled it off, but it was not easy. I had to make very, very liberal abuse of save states. But I think Ketro just disconnected or something. Get your internet fixed.
Oh, of course, yeah. I'm actually going to talk to them about that sometime before Christmas, because I think one of their filters is off or something like that. It's
Yeah.
not too bad, but it's a little annoying. A lot annoying, but
Well,
what can you do?
when you disconnect like 10 times a day at,
Yeah,
at random
it's
points during the
pretty
day.
bad. I think it has to be, because it's tied to their phone line, so
When-
I'm pretty sure.
When you can't be on the internet and like microwaving something at the same time, I think there's a problem somewhere.
Yeah, it's true. On the other hand, we get a spiffy new suit,
Yep. This is
and wow, that
this is-
doesn't match at all.
It doesn't at all, especially now that we have our armor, because our armor
Yeah, you
always
have, like,
stays
the
white.
overlay.
But that weapon is incredibly useful.
Is it like a mobile shield or something?
Kind of. It's like a melee weapon, but it does a ton of damage.